Step back into the neon glow of the 1980s with Miami Vice 1984-1989, the groundbreaking series that redefined crime drama and pop culture. From stylish suits and fast cars to unforgettable music and action, it became a symbol of its era. Now, decades later, we revisit the cast of Miami Vice then and now. See how stars like Don Johnson, Philip Michael Thomas, and Edward James Olmos have changed where their careers have taken them, and how their legacies continue to shine in 2025. Edward James Olmos portrayed Lieutenant Martin Castillo in Miami Vice 1984, when he was 37 years old, bringing gravitas, mystery, and quiet authority to the role. Castillo, the stoic leader of the Vice unit, was a man defined by discipline, moral conviction, and a haunted past. His measured speech and penetrating gaze conveyed power without excess, earning respect from both his detectives and the audience. Often serving as the moral compass, Castillo guided Crockett and Tubbs through ethical gray zones, offering wisdom shaped by deep personal loss. His storylines hinted at a complex history and covert operations, adding layers of intrigue to his enigmatic presence. Beyond the show, Edward James Olmos became one of the most distinguished Latino actors in Hollywood. He earned an Academy Award nomination for Stand and Deliver 1988 and gained further acclaim for Battlestar Galactica and Blade Runner. A dedicated activist, he has championed education and Latino representation in media. Married 3 times, including to actress Lorraine Bracco, he is a father of 6 and a respected humanitarian. As of 2025, he is 78 years old and continues to inspire with his artistry, integrity, and socialism. Philip Michael Thomas portrayed Detective Ricardo Rico Tubbs in Miami Vice 1984, when he was 35 years old, captivating audiences with his mix of urban sophistication, emotional intelligence, and fearless resolve. Tubbs, a New York detective driven by the murder of his brother, traveled to Miami in pursuit of justice, ultimately joining forces with Sonny Crockett in the city's Vice division. Together, they formed one of television's most compelling duos partners, bound by loyalty, humor, and shared sacrifice. Tubbs was known for his suave wardrobe, sharp instincts, and a moral compass that often guided the team through the chaos of the Miami underworld. His relationships, including a tragic romance with an informant named Valerie, exposed the personal costs of living undercover and added heart to the show's gritty realism. Thomas's performance gave Miami Vice depth beyond its stylish exterior, representing strength, compassion, and purpose. Outside of acting, Philip Michael Thomas was a visionary, coining the term EGOT to express his ambition to win an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Before Miami Vice, he starred in Sparkle 1976 and later lent his voice to Lance Vance in Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Vice City Stories, introducing him to a new generation of fans. Though his screen presence waned after the 1990s, he pursued music and motivational projects while embracing a quieter life. As of 2025, he is 76 years old and remains cherished for his trailblazing role as one of television's first leading black heroes in a major primetime drama. Olivia Brown portrayed Detective Trudy Joplin in Miami Vice 1984 when she was 24 years old, bringing charm, intelligence, and quiet strength to one of the show's trailblazing female roles. As a key member of the Vice squad, Trudy was sharp-witted and resourceful, often going undercover in dangerous operations with unshakable composure. Beneath her professionalism lay empathy and emotional depth, qualities that helped humanize the high-stakes world of Miami's criminal underbelly. Trudy's friendship with Gina Calabrese provided moments of warmth and solidarity amid the show's gritty tension, making her a vital presence both in action and heart. Never reduced to a sidekick, she embodied courage and conviction, standing shoulder to shoulder with her male counterparts. Beyond the screen, Olivia Brown built a diverse acting career, appearing in series such as 227, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, and Moshe. Her natural charisma and grounded performances made her a familiar face throughout the 1980s and 1990s. In her personal life, she was married to actor and model Mykelti Williamson from 1983 to 1985, later focusing on family and advocacy work. As of 2025, she is 65 years old and remains admired for her pioneering role in one of television's most iconic crime dramas. Don Johnson portrayed Detective James Sonny Crockett in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 34 years old delivering one of television's most iconic performances and redefining the modern action hero. Crockett, a decorated Vietnam veteran and former football player, lived a double life as a stylish undercover detective, posing as a drug dealer in the neon-lit streets of Miami. Beneath his polished exterior and designer suits was a man burdened by loss, haunted by the collapse of his marriage, and the moral compromises demanded by his job. Torn between duty and identity, Crockett embodied the tension of an era obsessed with excess and justice in equal measure. His friendship with Ricardo Tubbs anchored the emotional core of the series, their loyalty tested by betrayal, violence, and tragedy. In the final seasons, Crockett's struggles deepened when he suffered amnesia, assuming the identity of his criminal alias, a storyline that highlighted the blurred line between good and evil. Beyond Miami Vice, Don Johnson became a major television star, later headlining Nash Bridges and appearing in films like Tin Cup 1996, Machete 2010, Django Unchained 2012, and Knives Out 2019. He won a Golden Globe for Best Actor in 1986 and earned multiple nominations for his layered portrayal. Off-screen, Johnson led a high-profile life, marrying and divorcing actress Melanie Griffith twice and raising 5 children, including actress Dakota Johnson. A musician as well, he released 2 albums in the 1980s that reflected his charisma beyond acting. As of 2025, he is 75 years old and continues to be revered as a cultural icon whose cool demeanor and emotional complexity defined a generation of television storytelling. Belinda Montgomery portrayed Caroline Crockett in Miami Vice 1984 when she was 34 years old, bringing grace and quiet resilience to the role of Sonny Crockett's estranged wife. Caroline embodied the emotional toll of life. Beside a man devoted to a dangerous profession, her marriage to Sonny collapsing under the weight of his undercover duties, secrecy, and violence. As the mother of his son, she remained a reminder of the life Crockett once had and the stability he could never fully return to. Their complicated relationship provided rare glimpses into Sonny's vulnerability, contrasting the flashy veneer of Miami's criminal underworld with the emotional cost of his choices. Beyond Miami Vice, Belinda Montgomery enjoyed a versatile career in television, known for roles in Doogie Howser MD as Catherine Howser and Man from Atlantis opposite Patrick Duffy. She also appeared in Murphy's Law, Chips, and The Other Side of Midnight 1977. Outside acting, Montgomery is a talented painter whose work has been exhibited across North America. As of 2025, she is 75 years old and continues to be admired for her artistry, warmth, and contributions to both screen and canvas. Michael Talbot portrayed Detective Stan Swyke in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 29 years old, infusing the series with humor, loyalty, and human vulnerability. As part of the surveillance and tech team, Swyke was often the comic relief, his easygoing nature balancing the show's intense drama. Yet beneath the levity, his storylines revealed a man struggling with personal demons, including gambling issues and emotional fatigue from life undercover. His arc provided a grounded human perspective on the cost of police work, showing that heroism can coexist with imperfection. In real life, Michael Talbot built a steady career in television and film, appearing in First Blood 1982, Any Which Way You Can 1980, and numerous guest roles. After Miami Vice, he shifted focus to writing firearms training and speaking engagements, becoming a recognizable advocate for Second Amendment rights. Known for his down-to-earth persona and passion for storytelling, he has remained connected to fans through conventions and retrospectives. As of 2025, he is 70 years old and continues to be celebrated as a beloved part of the show's legacy. Gregory Sierra portrayed Lieutenant Lou Rodriguez in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 47 years old, lending gravitas and empathy to the role of the squad's first commanding officer. Rodriguez was a pragmatic yet compassionate leader, guiding Crockett and Tubbs through the city's moral and legal labyrinths. Despite appearing only in the early episodes, his presence set the tone for the series' grounded realism and emotional intelligence. His unexpected death, shot by an assassin hired by a drug cartel, shocked viewers and reinforced the show's message that, in Miami's violent underworld, even good men pay the price. Sierra's performance gave Miami Vice a foundation of integrity, that endured long after his character's departure. In real life, Gregory Sierra was a respected character actor best known for Barney Miller Sanford and Son and the Towering Inferno, 1974. His career spanned 5 decades marked by versatility and dignity. He passed away on January 4, 2021 at age 83 from cancer, leaving behind a legacy of excellence across television and film. Sandra Santiago portrayed Elena Obregon in Miami Vice 1984 when she was 27 years old, bringing haunting grace and emotional complexity to a role steeped in tragedy. Elena, the sister of drug kingpin Esteban Calderon and ex-wife of Detective Ricardo Tubbs, represented the show's exploration of moral conflict and personal redemption. Torn between family loyalty and her love for Tubbs, she became a symbol of innocence corrupted by the violent world around her. Her appearances across multiple episodes painted a portrait of a woman striving for peace while trapped in the shadow of her past. Elena's story reached a heartbreaking conclusion when she was murdered, a loss that deeply affected Tubbs and reinforced Miami Vice's theme of sacrifice in the pursuit of justice. Santiago's layered performance gave the series one of its most memorable emotional arcs. Beyond the show, Sandra Santiago forged a dynamic career across television, film, and theater. She earned acclaim as Carmen Santos in Guiding Light, appeared in The Sopranos, One Life to Live, Gotham, and Blue Bloods, and graced the Broadway stage in productions like Nine and The House of Bernarda Alba. Known for her versatility and commitment to portraying strong, authentic women, she remains a respected presence in entertainment. As of 2025, she is 68 years old and continues to be celebrated for the depth, dignity, and passion she brings to every role. Julio Oscar Machoso portrayed Lester Costco in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 29 years old, bringing warmth, loyalty, and a grounded humanity to his role as a reliable member of the police team. Lester Costco was one of the unsung heroes of the squad, a hard-working investigator who often provided the crucial information, technical support, or tactical backup that helped Crockett and Tubbs close their cases. Though rarely the center of attention, his presence added depth to the show's ensemble, highlighting the everyday professionals holding the line amid Miami's chaos. Machoso's natural charm and comedic timing balanced the show's intense action with levity, showing a side of police work grounded in teamwork and trust. Off-screen, Julio Oscar Machoso enjoyed an expansive career spanning film, television, and voice acting, becoming a respected figure among Latino performers in Hollywood. His filmography includes Jurassic Park 3, 2001, The Legend of Zorro, 2005, Little Miss Sunshine, 2006, Rules Don't Apply, 2016, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, 2003. A frequent collaborator and close friend of Andy Garcia, he was admired for his generosity, professionalism, and mentorship to younger actors. Machoso also appeared in TV series like Seinfeld, Matador, and Grey's Anatomy, earning praise for his adaptability across genres. Away from the spotlight, he was a devoted family man and proud representative of Cuban-American artistry. He passed away on November 25, 2017 at age 62, leaving a rich legacy of heartfelt performances and cultural authenticity that continue to inspire new generations of actors. Sheena Easton portrayed Caitlin Davies in Miami Vice 1987 when she was 28 years old, delivering a heartfelt and tragic performance as a pop star whose whirlwind romance with Sonny Crockett ended in devastating loss. Caitlin, radiant and fearless, symbolized the hope of a normal life for Crockett, someone who understood the risks of fame and danger. Their love story, culminating in marriage, gave Sonny a rare taste of happiness before tragedy struck when Caitlin was assassinated by a vengeful hitman. Her death shattered Crockett, serving as a turning point in his emotional descent and one of the series' most haunting story arcs. Off-screen, Sheena Easton was already an international pop sensation, winning 2 Grammy Awards for hits like Morning Train 9 to 5 and For Your Eyes Only, the James Bond theme. She also collaborated with Prince on You Got the Look and Sugar Walls, showcasing her musical range. Transitioning between music and acting, she appeared in Highlander the Saku 1991 and Jackie's Back 1999. As of 2025, she is 66 years old and remains celebrated as both a music icon and one of Miami Vice's most memorable guest stars. Pam Grier portrayed Valerie Gordon in Miami Vice, 1985, when she was 36 years old, delivering a bold and emotionally layered performance that added both strength and sensitivity to the series. Valerie, an ambitious New York police detective, crossed paths with Ricardo Tubbs and soon became both his professional partner and romantic interest. Intelligent, fearless, and deeply principled, she stood out in a male-dominated world, unafraid to challenge authority or follow dangerous leads in pursuit of justice. Her relationship with Tubbs brought rare vulnerability to the show, exploring themes of love distance and sacrifice amidst the violence of undercover life. Greer's commanding presence gave Valerie a sense of authenticity and power. She was neither a sidekick nor a damsel, but a fully realized equal. Off-screen, Pam Grier became a cinematic icon, celebrated as the queen of 1970s blaxploitation films, with standout roles in Coffee, 1973, Foxy Brown, 1974, and Jackie Brown, 1997, which earned her a Golden Globe nomination. Her memoir, Foxy: My Life in Three Acts, detailed her groundbreaking journey as one of Hollywood's first black female action stars. Beyond acting, she has been a dedicated activist advocating for women's rights and animal welfare. In her personal life, she has never married, but has been linked to high-profile relationships including with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Richard Pryor. As of 2025, she is 76 years old and remains a trailblazer, admired for her resilience, grace, and lasting influence on American cinema. Anthony Yerkovich portrayed George Sordoni in Miami Vice, 1985, when he was 30 years old, embodying the gritty realism that defined the show's portrayal of Miami's criminal underworld. Sordoni was a streetwise figure entangled in both legitimate and illicit dealings, often blurring the line between friend and foe. His arc reflected the moral ambiguity at the heart of Miami Vice, where loyalty was fragile and survival demanded compromise. Yerkovich gave Sordoni a rugged authenticity, his sharp instincts and hardened demeanor, masking a survivor's code shaped by betrayal and danger. In key episodes, Sordoni's interactions with Crockett and Tubbs added layers of tension, showing how easily alliances could shift in a city built on power and greed. Off-screen, Anthony Yerkovich became a prolific character actor, known for his commanding presence and versatility across film and television. He appeared in We Own the Night, 2007, Bad Boys 2, 2003, Out of Sight, 1998, The Punisher, 2004, and Pain and Gain, 2013, frequently cast as lawmen, mobsters, or working-class anti-heroes. On TV, he guest-starred in Oz, The Sopranos, Dexter, and Burn Notice, earning respect for his nuanced portrayals of morally complex characters. Beyond acting, Yerkovich also ventured into producing supporting independent film projects rooted in realism and strong storytelling. Private about his personal life, he has remained focused on craft rather than celebrity, earning admiration for his dedication to character-driven work. As of 2025, he is 70 years old and continues to be celebrated for his authenticity and enduring presence in American crime drama. Dennis Farina portrayed Albert Lombard in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 40 years old, captivating audiences with his portrayal of a powerful mob boss whose code of honor often clashed with his criminal enterprise. Lombard was one of the series' most layered antagonists, a shrewd old-school gangster whose ruthlessness was tempered by intelligence and principle. His dynamic with Crockett and Tubbs was defined by mutual respect and moral complexity. At times, he acted as an uneasy ally, revealing glimpses of humanity beneath the hard exterior. In key episodes, Lombard's choices reflected the tension between loyalty and self-preservation, illustrating the blurred lines between justice and corruption that defined Miami Vice. Farina himself, a former Chicago police officer, brought rare authenticity to the role, grounding it with streetwise confidence and emotional depth. Beyond Miami Vice, Dennis Farina became one of Hollywood's most beloved tough guy actors, seamlessly shifting between drama and comedy. His notable credits include Midnight Run 1988, Get Shorty 1995, Snatch 2000, and Out of Sight 1998, where his trademark charm and sharp delivery made every role memorable. On television, he starred in Crime Story and later joined Law & Order, earning acclaim for his effortless authority and humanity. Off-screen, Farina was known for his humor, humility, and strong ties to his Chicago roots. He passed away on July 22, 2013 at age 69 from a pulmonary embolism. Remembered as both a consummate professional and a true gentleman, his career remains a testament to authenticity and charisma in American film and television. Helena Bonham Carter portrayed Dr. Teresa Lyons in Miami Vice 1987 when she was 21 years old, delivering a strikingly mature and emotional performance as a brilliant psychiatrist drawn into the dark world of criminal psychology. Dr. Lyons, intelligent and compassionate, yet burdened by her own vulnerabilities, became entangled in one of Crockett's most introspective storylines, exploring the psychological cost of life undercover. Her empathy and sharp insight allowed her to connect deeply with those around her. But her growing emotional involvement with Crockett added layers of tension and tragedy. Bonham Carter infused the role with intellectual depth and quiet strength, transforming Teresa from a guest character into a symbol of the human toll behind the glamorized violence. Off-screen Helena Bonham Carter evolved into one of Britain's most acclaimed actresses, celebrated for her versatility in both period dramas and gothic fantasies. She gained international fame through A Room with a View, 1985 The Wings of the Dove, 1997 The King's Speech 2010, and her collaborations with Tim Burton, including Sweeney Todd and Corpse Bride. She earned multiple Academy Award nominations and BAFTA honors and became a cultural icon for roles in Harry Potter and The Crown. In her personal life, she shares 2 children with director Tim Burton and continues to champion creative independence and humanitarian causes. As of 2025, she is 59 years old and remains a beloved figure in British cinema, admired for her eccentricity, intelligence, and fearless artistry. Giancarlo Esposito portrayed Adonis Jackson in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 26 years old, bringing sharp intensity and layered charisma to the role of a small-time hustler, navigating Miami's treacherous streets. Adonis was a complex figure, street-smart, ambitious, and morally conflicted, embodying the struggle between opportunity and consequence that defined much of the show's criminal world. Esposito gave the character an emotional depth that elevated him beyond a simple villain, hinting at a man shaped by circumstance and survival. Though his arc was brief, it foreshadowed the intricate performances that would later define his career. Off-screen, Giancarlo Esposito built one of Hollywood's most versatile and respected careers spanning film stage and television. He earned worldwide acclaim as Gus Fring in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, earning multiple Emmy nominations for his chilling, meticulous portrayal. His credits also include Do the Right Thing, 1989, The Usual Suspects, 1995, The Mandalorian 2019, and Godfather of Harlem. Beyond acting, he has directed independent films and lent his voice to acclaimed video games and animated series. A father of 4 daughters, he balances his artistic pursuits with family life and a commitment to diversity in storytelling. As of 2025, he is 67 years old and remains one of television's most commanding and celebrated actors. Iman portrayed Dakota in Miami Vice, 1985, when she was 30 years old, bringing elegance, mystique, and quiet strength to the role. Dakota was a sophisticated and enigmatic woman whose allure masked a life of secrets and survival, embodying the seductive danger that often surrounded the show's central characters. Her interactions with Crockett revealed vulnerability beneath her poise, and her story reflected Miami Vice's fascination with characters caught between luxury and lawlessness. Iman's natural grace and expressive subtlety gave Dakota emotional depth, elevating her beyond a typical femme fatale. Off-screen, Iman forged a groundbreaking career as one of the world's first black supermodels, redefining beauty standards in the 1970s and 1980s. Beyond modeling, she became a successful entrepreneur, launching Iman Cosmetics to celebrate diversity and beauty. As an actress, she appeared in Out of Africa, 1985, Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, 1991, and No Way Out, 1987. Married to music legend David Bowie from 1992 until his passing in 2016, she has one daughter, Lexi Jones, and continues to honor Bowie's legacy while advocating for humanitarian causes. As of 2025, she is 70 years old and remains a global icon of style empowerment and cultural influence. Meg Foster portrayed D.A. Alice Carson in Miami Vice 1987 when she was 39 years old, commanding the screen with her signature piercing blue eyes and quiet authority. As a district attorney, Alice Carson was both ally and moral compass, often challenging Crockett and Tubbs to confront the legal and ethical boundaries of their investigations. Her character embodied justice, tempered by compassion, determined to uphold the law, yet aware of its limitations in a city consumed by corruption. Foster's dignified performance gave Carson a compelling presence reflecting the show's recurring tension between procedure and passion. Off-screen, Meg Foster became known for her distinct beauty and powerful portrayals of strong, enigmatic women. She gained fame through roles in They Live 1988, Masters of the Universe 1987, and The Osterman Weekend 1983, building a career defined by intelligence and mystery. On television, she appeared in Cagney and Lacey, The Twilight Zone, and Pretty Little Liars, continually reinventing herself across decades. Private and reserved Foster has largely kept her personal life out of the spotlight, focusing instead on artistic integrity and character-driven storytelling. As of 2025, she is 77 years old and continues to be admired for her unique screen presence and fearless portrayals. Dan Hedaya portrayed Ben Schroeder in Miami Vice 1984 when he was 44 years old, embodying the gritty realism that defined the series' law enforcement characters. Schroeder was a hard-nosed detective pragmatic, yet worn down by years on the job, representing the old-school cops, trying to adapt to Miami's escalating wave of modern crime. Hedaya's portrayal captured both the toughness and fatigue of a man confronting the city's underbelly with equal measures of cynicism and duty. His scenes with Crockett and Tubbs often highlighted the generational divide between traditional policing and the stylized, fast-paced world of the Vice unit. Off-screen, Dan Hedaya built an extensive career as a dependable character actor, known for his expressive face, sharp wit, and commanding screen presence. His notable film credits include Blood Simple 1984, The Usual Suspects 1995, Clueless 1995, The First Wives Club 1996, and Mulholland Drive 2001, often cast as tough guys' fathers or wry authority figures. On television, he appeared in Cheers and NYPD Blue, showcasing his range across comedy and drama. A proud son of Syrian-Lebanese immigrants, Hedaya's work ethic and longevity have earned him respect across the industry. As of 2025, he is 85 years old and regarded as one of Hollywood's most enduring and recognizable supporting actors. Richard Jenkins portrayed DEA agent Ed Waters in Miami Vice, 1985, when he was 38 years old, portraying a seasoned federal agent whose professionalism and quiet intensity reflected the weary determination of those fighting an endless drug war. Ed Waters worked closely with Crockett and Tubbs, often serving as the pragmatic voice of reason in complex, morally ambiguous cases. Jenkins infused the role with understated authority and empathy, suggesting a man hardened by experience but still guided by principle. His guest appearance fit perfectly within the show's tapestry of flawed heroes, striving to uphold justice amid chaos. Off-screen, Richard Jenkins has enjoyed a distinguished and enduring career as one of America's finest character actors. After years on stage and in supporting film roles, he gained widespread recognition with The Visitor 2007, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. His later performances in The Shape of Water 2017, Olive Kitteridge 2014, and The Humans 2021 garnered further acclaim, showcasing his exceptional range. Jenkins has also been a regular collaborator with the Coen brothers and appeared in HBO's 6 Feet Under. Married to Sharon R. Friedrich since 1969, he has 2 children and remains known for his humility and craftsmanship. As of 2025, he is 78 years old and continues to be revered as a master of subtle, deeply human performances. Who is your favorite character from Miami Vice? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.